Monday morning crack. And a good Monday to everybody out there, whoever you may be. This was sponsored by Heineken, the greatest jelly beer of the month.
Oh, yes.
And welcome to the Run and Gunner Video Game Podcast,
Run and Gunner Video Game Podcast. This is Monday the 22nd. We got the energy for you because you know if you don't have the energy, it is early on a Monday morning and you need to go to work.
And we'll give you that energy with extra energy because all we're drinking is energy.
All we're drinking is energy.
No, we're not drinking energy drinks.
I wouldn't want it any other way.
But we're going to have a great day. It's Monday the 22nd, April 22nd.
April 22nd, 2024.
2024.
5:30 a.m. approximately, Los Angeles, California. What else do you need to know? My coordinates?
Don't give them that. But we're close. Close enough to where you can hear our every thoughts. You can feel our every moves in your minds.
And we might be behind you. Watch out. Or we might be next to you. Slow down.
Or it might be in front of you. Hit the brakes. Okay, anyway.
Everybody out there, it's Monday the 22nd. We are America's favorite podcast.
America's favorite podcast.
Because we're simply the only podcast that loves America.
We do love America. We do love Monday mornings. We know a lot of you out there had a rough weekend and things were not as great as they were on the weekend because it's starting a new week. But guess what? We're going to make this Monday great for you guys. We're going to make it seem like it's a 3-day weekend every weekend.
Yes.
So come and have fun with us. Come on along and enjoy this episode because this week's episode we're going to be talking about...
Today we're going to be talking about tax seasons.
Tax.
Then we're going to be talking about...
The juicy
death of OJ.
Juicy
and then
death.
we're going to be talking about Puff
Diddy.
And then we're going to be
Diddy?
finally getting to the show, which talks about classic gaming versus
the
now. The new way of
or
gaming.
now, yeah. Both ways.
The classic ways of gaming
versus
the
now.
new ways
How
of
it's
gaming.
going now. The new ways.
Now. Classic versus now.
So it's a whole big difference. We'll get into that.
So yes, we're going to get into it, everybody. It's the Runner and Gunner Video Game Podcast show. In case you're having trouble with the extensive title to our broadcast, our podcast.
Our
But we're
podcast
essentially a radio show.
is broadcasted.
We play some music for you. We do it for free. We don't pay anybody. We don't get paid. We use licensed music when most people don't, when most people podcasts can't because they're getting sponsorship and monetizing their videos. We're not monetizing.
We're not monetizing.
We're going to stay unmonetized. You're pretty much listening to
That's
a
why
home
it's
video.
the free podcast,
That's why
everybody.
it's the free podcast. We're the free podcast.
The only free podcast.
And we're the video game podcast. We're the only video game podcast. Yeah, there's other podcasts that talk about video games, but we are the video game
See, those guys
podcast.
won't even tell you the truth about it. They'll just
And
say
they won't.
what their sponsors are giving them to say, but me and Gunner are
Beat
going to
around
tell
the
you the
bush.
truth about what's going on, our actual true opinions, and
Does
why
the
we
game
feel
keep us
that way.
invested?
And yes, why would we go along with the game, or should we just stop it all entirely?
How many hours did you put into Red Dead Redemption
Oh
2,
my gosh,
Runner?
too many. I've never actually checked, but I'm sure it's over 100 million.
I'd say that counts as a good game.
Yeah, it's been many, many hours.
I'd say that officially gets 5 stars.
It gets 5 stars. I give Red Dead Redemption 5 stars plus.
Yeah, me too. 5 stars. I actually give it like 7 stars out of 5.
It's pretty much the best game in the new wave of games that have came out in the recent, what I would say about since Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas.
Yeah, since San Andreas, Red Dead Redemption was the greatest game ever made. But
Yes, it was.
I actually didn't regard San Andreas as the greatest game ever made.
Oh, really? I like it. I thought it was one of the greatest games of all time.
By now it kind of turned into it. Like it kind of turned into it after the fact.
Yes, it was very controversial when it first came out. I mean, there was all kinds of people trying to, boycott it and just didn't want it around. All the parents, especially, and that's
graphic.
I don't know. I didn't
Part
think it was
6 is
so
gonna
bad.
Be so graphic.
It is going to be much worse. I mean, they have so much worse.
And no one
things.
cares now. Like they won't cancel or
There's
boycott
no more.
that.
Yeah, there's no more parents writing to Rockstar saying, "Hey, you guys got to tone it down. Too much blood. Too much talking like this. Too much sexual content."
Yeah.
They don't say any of that no more.
More concerned about the politics and what's on the news, but that's not what we're here to talk about.
We're not here to talk about
We're here
that,
to talk
people.
about video games.
All right, so let's get into everything.
Red Dead Redemption 2 is the
open it
greatest
up.
game since Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I say it's the greatest game since Mario 64.
Mario 64, wow.
And in terms of like physics, presentation, overall movability.
Okay.
in a character. You know, it's a main character. But yes, anybody, that'll be another episode. Hit us up on Instagram. We got the Runner and Gunner Video Game Podcast Instagram. Go ahead and check it out. How come you're not hitting up on the Instagram? It's getting weird, man. We're already telling you.
We're telling you. We gave it to you a million times.
You're already invested in the show, and you're not going to go on Instagram. You're on Instagram all day long, man.
Might as well say it. Get your shy butt out of the woods and freaking peek your little faces through those trees and say hello.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2.
And speaking of saying hello, we got to say hello to Uncle Sam, a guy called Uncle Sam who somehow takes over this country. I guess he's the guy.
He managed to
convince
just one
us
man.
It's one man who
to put in our hard work for one another. And I actually hold him on highest regard for bringing us all together, everybody.
Yeah. Very
Uncle
nice.
Sam, you know, because otherwise we would all just be single farmers doing our own things. Some people would have a PlayStation. Other people would have a PlayStation.
Yeah, we'd be the Republic of California.
Yeah, it wouldn't be as good. It would be like not a community. It would just
Maggie May Station, you know, I don't know.
Basic, you know, like aliens or something, far out people.
Bluntendo. All you could do is smoke a blunt and pretend.
But people are getting married through video games now.
Video game marriage.
We have so many people on this earth, and Uncle Sam helped us do that.
Hey, Gunner, I believe we talked about video game marriages in season 4 a long time ago. That just brought back a flashback when you said video game marriages.
Oh, yeah,
we mentioned that, and we had that in season 4, I believe.
Season 5,
maybe
earlier.
season 5. Oh, this season? Okay,
not too long ago.
It wasn't too long ago, but it was about.
Marriages.
And then we even talked about how people got married Pokemon, and they dressed like Pikachu's and
it's
the boy.
a service in Japan.
One would dress like Mario and Princess Leia. And, you know, other would dress like Mr. Peach and Luigi.
So if you could file as a joint, then you and your wife could make some more money back. And if you have kids, then you'll make even more money back. Hopefully you are not listening to this today without having done your taxes, because it's going to be too late by the time this gets to your ears.
And guess what? If you don't do your taxes on time, what happens? Yep, you get taxed.
Yep.
Even more. So, I mean, do them on time so you don't get taxed
or they'll run you
from your
countries.
taxes.
Like, what's the
Isn't
tax?
that confusing? Taxi.
Taxi.
Yeah. Taxi. You have to take a taxi to get your taxes done from the tax man.
Oh, my goodness. What would Georgie Harrison say about that one?
All I got to say is do them on time, though, people. That's what we're telling you. But if you're listening to it now and you haven't done it yet, you may be in trouble because tax day is over.
Yeah, you know.
It's roasted like your nuts on the oven.
Tea tax, you know, the Egyptians used to tax with grains of rice and, you know, taxing, you know, it's just part of life. Caesar used to tax his people, you know.
He did. Those Caesar coins with salad. He used to tax them for salad. And
I'm pretty certain King David took some tax. You know, he provided much for a lot of people, so he would love to distribute everyone coming together, you know.
King George,
togetherness.
Taxed him with, you know, he had all these wives, and so
they needed their pearl necklaces from the bottom of the ocean, and he was going to give it to them, all right?
Yep.
And it costs money to send people to the bottom of the ocean. Can you believe it?
Can you believe that?
Well, I cannot. So
and it still costs money to send people to outer space. And I don't believe that either, but that's where our tax dollars are going to, people. They're going to outer space and the bottom of the ocean.
But you know
what? So if you support outer space and the ocean,
I support it. And you know what else?
I do too, because I want to see some aliens.
Yesterday.
Bring me a rock.
Yesterday was a good day. The day before was a good day.
It was a beautiful
day.
day.
And the day before that, it was just another day. And it's been just another day. But now, it's a new day.
It's a beautiful day. Why is it beautiful? Breaking Runner and Gunner news. Breaking news, everyone.
Breaking news.
O.J. Simpson, the juice, has been squeezed.
He's been squeezed.
O.J. is no longer among us anymore. Not the video game Among Us. Among Us as in walking around in the realm we know as Earth.
O.J. is no longer here on Earth. He's looking up at us now from a worse place.
Yes, he is. Oh, yes, he is.
Nah, I don't know. I kid. Who knows? Maybe he got saved in the end. I don't know. I did hear he was making fun of confessing at the last day of his life.
Yeah, he was. I mean, we read that. He was making fun about confessions about killing other white women.
Whoa.
So we don't know what kind of jokes those were, but they must have been not too funny.
I heard that he was making confession jokes to other celebrities that he still hung out with.
Well, who hung out with OJ now? It's got to be tough. I know Masterson and him were good friends.
Yeah, see?
So,
Exactly.
who else did he hang out
Probably
with?
Real Rosby.
Real Rosby, his best buddy.
But I heard that
They used to go to the pudding shack.
even though OJ is gone, he still hangs out in white Ford Broncos.
He does. Man, he likes everything white, doesn't he? Anyways, yeah, so
Everything. Everything.
well,
All right, everybody.
that guy is gone.
Sometimes when cold blood killers go down, we're not really certain what happened to them or what happens to them or where they will go spiritually from then on. Other serial killers were the Iceman Killer.
The Iceman. I know he iced a bunch of people.
Yeah.
He did.
Iceman Killer. You got any killer you want to
But the Juice.
compare to the Juice? Besides Jason Voorhees?
Who else was the Juice? Well, Michael Myers is a lot like him. Like we said before, they are very much alike. They both prefer knives. They both had wives. But I don't know if Michael Myers had a wife. He was kind of crazy. But I think OJ was probably closest to the Chainsaw Massacre.
I'd say OJ was closest to Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah. Without the chainsaw, with just the massacre.
All right, everybody. If you were jamming to that song right there, well, then you just got iced because you were jamming to Vanilla Ice.
That's the vanilla.
And you said you hated him. Anyways, everybody back to OJ.
The Juice.
You know, the guy's gone. The world of NFL could rest.
Well,
the mystery is solved.
he did rush for over 5,000 yards. So, I mean,
Rushed over 5,000 yards,
so
everybody.
he was trying to outrush the cops. That's what the story goes. He should have just went on foot. He probably would have won. He would have been in Mexico in no time. But he chose the slow speed chase and the slow ass Bronco. But if he would have went on foot, I guarantee you, OJ would have been safe
Also,
in Mexico.
breaking news.
Speaking of champurrado,
Professional football player Devontae Adams says that
Devontae Adams.
OJ did it.
See, if Devontae says it, then he's done it. Thanks, Devontae.
Thanks, Devontae, for that insight. The NFL world is back at you from Runner
Yep.
Gunner Studios.
All
Everybody
right.
know, we kid.
Shout out to NFL.
OJ, he made one of the greatest, funniest movies ever made.
Yes, he did.
He was Zoidberg.
Zoidberg, yeah. He was Zoidberg, and Leslie Nielsen was in it. He was the main character. As
Yep.
Zoidberg, he was like the dumb cop who was kind of slow.
It was
who
so
kind of
funny.
always got hurt because he was really dumb.
Yeah.
And guess what? In real life, he was actually
A
dumb
murderer.
and a murderer. A dumb murderer.
Oh, dumb. Yeah, I guess he was just dumb. All those concussions and, Achilles heel, ibuprofens.
Yeah, poor guy. I mean, you could blame it on the concussions. You could blame it on this and that. But I just think he was jealous of Nicole. And he just said, guess what? I'm not going to give you a nickel. No more.
I think it was
So I'm going to slash your throat.
Oh, man. I think it was like Chris Benoit, too. Chris Benoit had severe head damage, and look what he did. For all you WWEers out there. And the WWE and the NFL, they kind of, they're real close, the fan base nowadays. In the 80s, it was more like baseball fans and WWE, and boxing fans kind of liked WWE. Actually, boxing fans always hated WWE. Like, if you like true boxing, you hated WWE. Nowadays, it's a little more blurred lines. Boxers come in and break people's
because of
noses in
UFC got
WWE.
popular too. So since UFC got popular, which is a little bit kind of like wrestling mixed with boxing, so they kind of came around. The wrestling fans came to boxing. The boxing fans kind of came into wrestling. They're kind of like rejoicing for now. But yeah, the two separate sports are both very hard, very physical, and very tough. You got to be mentally tough, and you just have to have the strength to do it. Even with football, any sport, pretty much, There's no sport that any weakling could play that and be great at it. So what we're saying is greatness is dope. Just be great. Even in this podcast, to us, it's considered a sport. We take it as an event, what we do, and we just try our hardest and our best to entertain you, the world of the Monday Morning Crackers, better known as the Maniacs. Yeah, we're out here for your entertainment and for your freedom of mind and thought. So go ahead and drop us anything you guys want to say or any ways you feel about this show. Because we're here for you guys.
We are. We're doing something different. We're not like other podcasts in a sense that we have some wholesome values, Yeah, sure, we say butt and blonde hair, but like really, we don't cuss. We try to keep it family friendly, even though we know kids will not be able to listen to this because
certain parts are a little bit.
I don't know. We think too hard. We think too hard. It's too much for a kid to to think about.
No comprende.
So it's not a kid's show. However, we do keep it family friendly. We don't cuss. If you noticed, like the past 75 episodes, we really don't cuss. Like,
yeah, it's gotten better.
if you listen to any single podcast, just pick any. Just scroll down a list of podcasts and pick one. I guarantee you they cuss
all the time. Yeah, every other word.
And it's poison to your ears, and it's a disservice to the customer who's listening to this stuff, and they don't know that it's interjecting into 7 trillion cells this negativity. Whereas the Runner and Gunner Video Game Podcast, we provide a service by giving you positivity in a radio show that's not so positive. You know, we're not considered positive radio.
Yeah,
but we do talk
not exactly
positively
completely, but
to
yes.
you and others, and we say good things to your ears and blessings and things that will make you want to return. We have wholesome values.
And we try to send positivity out there to the earth, and just, you know, send our positive vibes throughout the sound waves and the radio waves and the podcast waves. We're just trying to give everybody the best advice that we could give, and at the same time, provide an entertainment service that will help you guys get through your Monday morning traffics.
It's true. And everybody out there, like, don't get us wrong. We're not perfect. But we don't want to sit here on this podcast and this radio show and just badmouth everybody and just scoff at everything for half an hour to an hour. Like, that ain't us. We know that there's plenty of podcasts that do that, and you're probably getting sick and tired of it.
Yeah,
so
you don't want to feel those
us.
vibes.
Next week, we're going to have, you know, some interviews.
Yeah,
we're growing. There's no other podcast like us, so just stay tuned. That's all we're saying.
Stay tuned and stay plugged in, because we're going to get some good stuff out there. We're going to get running on the streets still yet to come. We're still going to get some more new interviewers coming to the Runner Gunner Video Game Podcast, and they're going to talk about their expertise and their certain fields.
That's right.
And we'll get into all that good stuff later on when it's getting closer to time.
Yes.
And that's actually is getting closer to that time.
It actually is. And we're going to get other us's to fill in for us when we can't do this anymore.
We're going to be hosting events.
Yes, hosting concerts.
All kinds of things. We're going to be having all our sponsors come over up to us, and we're going to be giving out free stuff to 1 in every 1,000 listeners who says the magic word. And we say the magic word every episode, but you have to guess what it is.
We're talking promotions. We're talking rewards. We're talking specialties, websites. You know, you name it, we're going to be growing.
We'll be there, yes.
We're gonna be growing into it. You name it, and we'll follow suit. We'll listen to some of your suggestions.
Yes,
Not
we
all
will.
of them, because we're the Runner and Gunner
And we won't
Video
just
Game
take your
Podcast.
suggestions.
That's a public podcast.
We will actually put your name out there, too. Whoever has the best suggestions, we'll put their name out there, and we'll let it be known who you are and where you're from exactly. If you write that information to us and give us that information, we'll give you all that back.
Yeah,
so
everybody,
you get it all the feedback.
We're like tea. We're like coffee. We're like tobacco.
Wacky.
You wake up in the morning and you need to listen to us?
Yes.
Well, we got you, because we're going to say nice things to you when you put us on. We're going to tell you good wisdom if you would take it.
Yes.
And we're going to tell you how to be righteous like we are.
How to be awesome. Yeah, we're just going to advise you in the positive direction and give you a positive light and an insight of life. And that's what we're trying to do here at the Runner Gunner Video Game Podcast. And we're also going to teach you about video games. And we're also going to talk about
the Video Game Podcast.
Lenny's as well. And speaking of Lenny's, we got to talk about this one simple Lenny guy. They like to call him the Puff. The Puff Daddy.
The Puff.
So let's get into this segment that we call The Loan.
Well, hello there, everybody. Sorry to cut off the Runner and Gunner show.
The Lone Jabron has had a quick break, and we had to break into their
we'll take
system.
We'll take it from here. We'll take the show from here, for it is us, the Runner-Low. Yo, no, you're Runner-Low.
I'm Runner-Low, and he's Gunner-Low.
And I'm
Guntholomew, I mean.
Guntholomew, Runner-Low.
Pardon my exquisite observation, which I had wrong at first as well, because I called you Gunner-Low. How silly of me. Let me take a sip of my tea.
Let me put some cinnamon sticks in my brandy. Here
by the way,
I misplaced it.
You are a silly gent, I tell you, sir.
All right. Everybody,
so
today
we came here.
We have a very special segment for y'all.
Yes, we do.
Did I say y'all?
Y'all.
I'm talking like
You're talking
the man
like
himself.
those westerns over there.
Puff Daddy.
In that weird corner of the universe called America.
The lone jabron.
Oh, yes.
Is he the lone jabron? Well, let's bring out the scroll.
Wait a minute, Bartholomew. Isn't it thy lone jabron?
Thy lone jabron. He's not my lone jabron. Is he
He's
your
not
lone
mine
jabron?
either. I have never heard of this guy called Poof Dondi.
Poof Daddy. Is he runner and gunners? Lone jabron? Let's ask him. Runner and
Yes.
gunners. Is your LeBron drone? No, it's not.
Yeah, man.
So there you have
There it is.
He is alone.
He is alone
The
and
lone
he's a jabron.
jabron. He's in isolation now. Now that he's
Isolated.
incarcerated.
Oh, well, very well then, very well. Yeah, carry on.
Nobody likes him anymore.
Nobody wants to be with the lone jabron.
Not even Little Wayne.
They said that he was with little boys.
Little Wayne.
Are you saying he has a little wang? Is that a Western term?
All of his friends are deceased.
Thou art not here.
Thou
no more.
art in a lower place.
So, where thou art stay?
Well, not too certain. Oh, he stays isolated because he's the lone
The
jabron.
lone, the lone, very well, very, very lovely.
Oh, he has had many divorces, including one Jennifer Lowe Hewitt.
Oh, Jennifer Lopez?
Oh, producers is telling me it was Jennifer Lopez.
The one with the butts or the boobs?
The butt.
Oh, the Botox. Oh, Miss Buffalo.
The bottoms.
I thought her name was Buffalo Lopez.
Even R. Kelly is scared.
Thou art Kelly.
So there you have it, friends.
What about thy real Rosby?
Real Rosby is a bitch.
Oh, thou art female dog.
So everybody out there,
He shall licketh thy bowl.
remember next time you see this thy Puff Daddy, remember he is the lone jabron.
And remember, drink your tea and have a great Monday morning crack.
Monday morning cracks. Ha, no, did you Monday morning crack or did I?
I don't know. Hey, how you doing? Can I get a chicken taco and something to drink? Fanta's good.
Sorry, sir. We actually don't have Fanta or chicken tacos anymore.
Well, am I in the right place? This is a Pollo Loco, right?
Yes, this is the new El Pollo Loco.
No. ¿Qué pasó? No.
Well, instead of serving tacos and burritos, we serve hot horchata and chaparrado.
Hey, this isn't a Pollo Loco. What happened, man? I'm out of here.
Introducing the new El Pollo Loco, where it's much more like Starbucks coffee, where you and your friends could hang out and sit at a desk and play the computer and do your study.
Hey, dude, let's study. Let's go into the new Pollo Loco.
Well, if you want to use the computers, just go to the computer room. The new El Pollo Loco is now the new Starbucks, where you can get all your studying and drink coffee and hot horchata while you stay there for hours on end.
Hey, wait, guys. I forgot my laptop.
Come by to the new El Pollo Loco and have yourself a hot horchata today. Now introducing the new hot horchata. And if you buy one, get one free, you can also get an espresso taco latte.
I'm never chopping with you guys again.
Salsa not included.
Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but she doesn't have a lot to say. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but she changes from day to day. I wanna tell her that I love her a lot, but I gotta get a belly full of wine. Her Majesty's a pretty
What's
nice
up, everybody? Welcome back to the Monday morning video game podcast.
What's up, everybody? I hope your Monday is going well, and hopefully you're getting
driving safe.
closer to your destinations.
Yeah,
driving
getting closer to
safe,
your
being safe,
destinations.
and feeling well and feeling great. So now we're about
Feeling
to get
well,
into.
not trying to call out a sick, call out of work. I mean,
Yeah, don't call out sick. We're trying to get into,
Kids
or
are
we're
in
going to get
school.
into one of the biggest parts of the show, the main part of the show,
grandma's at
actually.
home.
So we hope you're enjoying the show so far. We hope you guys liked the Runnerlo and Guntholomew. They're back again, and just their reoccurring guests that we have every now and then. Those guys, they fly all the way from the UK, so show them love.
Yeah.
They're out of here now. They're already
hope
on
you
their way
liked
back. They're on their way back to the UK, to their wherever they live, near Liverpool or Blackpool or somebody's pool. I don't know where they came from. But so anyways, everybody, let's talk about some video games now. This is the Running on a Video Game podcast. So maniacs, yes, we are going to talk about video games.
Listen up, you maniacs. Uncle Runner right here and Uncle Gunner have had the luxury of playing Princess Peach
Showbiz. So, I mean, we played it a little bit, and Gunnar was telling me, and I, for myself, thought the same, that it kind of reminds us of the new Super Mario Bros. Wonderland.
Except for it's more like 3D. Super Mario Bros. Deluxe 3D.
So a mixture, you would say it's a mixture of both.
In fact, it's identical to Mario Deluxe 3D.
Oh, heck yeah.
Except for that it's kind of better, because Mario Deluxe 3D is like, it's trying to be deluxe, like it has that level layout, and so Princess Peach has a different level layout.
So let's give them a quick gameplay review. Wonder, yeah. But wait, let's give them a new gameplay review, like how many characters there are and who you could choose from. Right. And of course, you could pick Princess Peach, and she's probably the best character in the game, pretty much.
But for real, it's like Deluxe, Wonder, and Deluxe 3D are all the same game, identically. Princess Peach is part of that.
Genius.
Just keep that into your mind.
By Switch. Great move. Just press the repeat button, press the copy press.
Yep.
And just put a few little tinkerers in there, and make some money off of it.
Good,
tinkering around. Hey,
the tinkers give Peach a sword, and she can slash and kick people, beat people up.
See, everybody?
The sword is her main character, actually. Like, she gets a bunch of different costumes.
So she could upgrade this sword. Our costumes.
She can get new costumes.
Can she get new swords?
But in the same way that Mario Wonders works, you don't really get weapons. You always bonk someone on the head and something pops out.
And then something pops out.
Kind of like
or hit the question mark.
A little babyish, if you ask me. There should have been a combo system integrated into this game. So it is a little babyish. Don't get us wrong. It's a Princess Peach showbiz. It's for girls.
So the big question
is,
the
ladies will love
when
it
are they going to combine Smash Bros. And a Mario and then make that into just one game?
When are we going to get that,
When are we going to get that double combo with Smash Bros?
How much more do we have to wait?
The one between Smash Bros, and Super Mario, Princess Peach, and Mario Wonder, and 64, and Mario 64. We got to get a combination between those three.
Exactly.
And just change it into, revolutionize. And the one where he throws his hat. I forgot which one's that called. But
Odyssey.
Odyssey. So we got to get that in there as well. Throw all those in and make a combination of that. And make it a little San Andreas-y as well.
I agree, because you should have had Odyssey. Mario should have had the same moves he has in Super Smash Brothers.
Right.
We all wanted to see that.
That's what everybody wants to see.
We were all hoping for it.
That's what all the fans want to see.
Preschool 1, 2, 3. Can you memorize your colors? Well, put them here.
They're still trying to bring the babies in, but guess what?
Which is genius.
They already got. Well, they already. It's going to happen either way, because
either way, though,
the parents of the kids, let's say the little kids, teenagers now are going to be parents eventually. Let's say in 15, 20, maybe less than that years. Hopefully in those 15, 20 years, but less than that possibly. But either way, they're going to look at what their parents played. And they're going to say, wow, I want to try this out. They'll become fans as well.
Kids will play anything. It might as well be good. And Princess Peach, I say is good. I give it like a good solid 3.5 stars out of 5.
Nice.
Only because...
But why not 4?
They should have integrated the Super Smash Brothers moves into this game.
Yes.
That they didn't do that is very suspicious. However, marketing says otherwise, because they're making a killing selling these things to the younger generation.
Okay, Gunnar, since you played Prince of Persia, and I haven't played Prince of Persia, would you compare this game to the Princess Peach game to Prince of Persia game on Switch?
And Lenny's are going to hate me for this one, but yeah, Prince of Persia for the Nintendo Switch, the new one that just came out, Infinite or Mortality,
yes,
is also the same, very similar same game as Princess Peach Showbiz.
Wow.
And to that point, so is like Metroid, Castlevania.
Okay. Sounds cool.
Contra, the new Contra.
Oh, yeah, the new Contra is good, too.
I do think that Princess Peach, Showbiz, and Prince of Persia share more in common than maybe even those other games. Maybe they're all three of them. Both of them are like Castlevania. So all three of those, Castlevania, Showbiz, and Prince of Persia.
Yes.
Especially Castlevania for the Game Boy Advance and beyond.
Yeah.
These games
a lot of Castlevania are pretty similar, yes.
I think they call them Vania games, right?
Metroidvania.
Metroidvania games.
Yeah, those
Yep.
are good games. They're great games.
So Princess Peach
I'm
is
a fan of
Metroidvania.
Metroidvania games myself. I like Metroidvania games. So I gotta get on it.
Yeah.
I gotta get on it. Well, next week we're gonna have a more in-depth look into it. But we're just opening up the little introduction of the preview to the new Princess Peach game.
Yeah,
and
just a preview for it.
Prince of Persia.
We also got I downloaded Hitman. You got it too.
Hitman's good, yeah. Hitman's
which
always
is
good.
The first
the
Hitman,
old school one, yeah, that's a
old school
good one.
The good one,
The
because
good
the
one.
puzzles were good. We'll be getting into that one.
Yeah, that's a great
on
one.
its own, but
Yeah, it has
let
its
me
own
tell you,
thing.
it's good on the Switch too. The movement's a little janky because of the time.
Yeah,
the Nintendo
well-
Switch has brought some improvements on it with that.
So it's not a
those
complete
visions.
port. It's not completely a port. It's actually
Improved.
remastered.
Remastered, yeah.
It's a remastered version, which is great. That's what we need. I mean, since nothing's coming out, Nintendo's the only geniuses that are actually
Geniuses.
remastering things. So great idea, good move.
And as we talked about last episode, 2023, the majority, 60% of people spent their time playing old video games from 2010 and beyond.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. See what we're saying? What we're saying is
Or
we're gonna do a
2015
new
and
segment,
beyond.
and this
Still.
segment's gonna be called the classic video games, retro classic, whatever you want to call it, versus the new age video games.
Yes.
And they're not completely all gonna be classic, but we're not gonna go so far to like Atari and Pac-Man. We're not going that deep into it,
Yes.
but
And-
we're gonna start it up a little
And
sooner.
we're more talking
versus
about
new age.
the way you game, like the classic game, classic ways of gaming
Yes.
versus modern ways
Of gaming, yeah.
Classic versus
the
now.
modern, yeah, versus now times.
Classic versus now.
So the classic way of gaming, I mean, you had to actually go to the store, buy a physical copy of a game, let's say all the way until, this took a long time, till I think PlayStation Network, right, was probably the first one. We're even talking about PC gamers too. We're talking to you guys as well, because since the dawn of time, it was man created video game in a physical copy is what I'm saying, a physical
when
form.
did it go digital? On 3.
It took into the mid
PlayStation
2000s,
3?
2000s, maybe even 2.
The Wii always had it, but PlayStation 3 came out before the Wii's.
Yeah, very very close in time. Like they were going at it. There was a fight.
It was in the ideas, in their minds since Nintendo 64.
They all had the same idea.
And PlayStation 1 would have done
Somehow
it
it
too.
was a race to who got to it first, and I'm not sure
PC
how that
did it.
race. PC has done it.
It has done it. You
Has
slide
done it
that little
forever.
credit card, they'll do it forever.
Yeah, they've been doing it forever. But
Through websites, 'cause,
but
like,
even back
Myst,
then they
the
used to have the
website.
little discs, and also the chips.
PC did it first, and that so like video games and PC, they've been like gravitating around each other.
Yes.
But not mixing.
But actually, you're correct.
This whole
When it
time.
comes to PC has been the champion of that. When it comes to
Internet gaming.
downloading games.
Downloading games.
Downloading games,
To
they
purchase,
were first.
to play.
Yes, to purchase, to play. It was always first. To download it
It
through
was.
the system, within your own computer.
Through
Not to
the
get a
net.
physical
Through
copy. Yes.
The Ethernet.
Without, Ethernet, Internet, net. And
Nets.
the first physical copies,
web.
the first unphysical copies, I mean, were through the web.
Yeah, it's true. And I actually think I remember like Myst had its own website. I'm not too certain if you could run the game off of the website back in the day, but you were definitely able to purchase it.
Yeah.
I know that.
Oh,
And
wait
that's
a
the
minute.
beginning of it.
I actually forgot that phones, even old school flip phones in the early days, you could get these cheap little games.
Remember, they cost
and
money.
You pay like $2 or $3 and they were crappy
But
games
still, yeah,
then.
and then it would
But,
charge your bill.
Yeah, it would charge you on your bill. This is before. All right, sorry, Lenny's. You guys don't even know what the heck we're talking about. This
you're
is for
going
a
down-
little bit
you're
of the
going down the
older.
rabbit
This is
hole
for
right
the
there,
older
Ronnie.
generation. Yeah, this is for the older
The
generation.
little Nikon flip phone.
Yeah, this is
There
old
was-
school.
It came with Centipede and
Uh-huh.
Tetris, but
Yep.
if you went online, you could download like poker
Yeah.
or Texas Hold'em.
And they had little packages where you have all those games combined into one, like 5 games in one. It might cost a few more bucks, but in
Yeah.
the long run, you're saving money.
Get a Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
For the phone. Mario Brothers for the phone. Are you kidding me, ladies?
Yeah.
Get excited.
That
It
is
was
cool.
amazing.
It was
Now we have
cool.
Mario
but
Brothers on full HD.
Yeah.
iPhone
you turn your phone
15s,
sideways
Galaxy
and
23s.
and then you could connect the controller to it now and
Yeah.
play it like it was originally
Shoot
meant
it-
to be played.
Shoot it through your TV with the
yeah.
controller.
Oh yeah, then you could do that. Yeah, you could connect
Yeah.
it to your TV
Which,
with the controller.
What's the one system? The Philips Nomad. Didn't that one
Oh,
let you play
yeah.
on your TV also?
I
Or
think
didn't
so.
it
Yeah.
shoot to your TV.
I forgot what it's called. Novia.
Nomad.
Nomad. I forgot what it was called.
Something
Nomad?
like that. I think it was called the Nomad. But anyways,
Yeah.
we're getting deep into that.
Okay, so
purchasing games
the main
online.
thing is, purchasing games online versus the physical copies. See, physical copies came out first, of course, long ago, long ago.
Remember the wall?
Some of these people even have grandparents that had first got the physical copies nowadays. So that's how crazy it is.
They used to have a wall at Toys R Us.
So, the wall.
And they had tags.
This is
with
before Trump thought about the wall.
pictures of the video game you wanted to purchase, and you'd have to lift up the tag, and you'd have
And they
to
have the
pull
price.
a receipt
Yeah.
off of it and take it to the front counter
The yellow tag is yellow.
where you would purchase the receipt,
Yeah.
and they'd exchange it for the game. Bam, you walk out the door with the new Sega Genesis game,
And they were very
SNES
expensive.
game, N64 game, and they were
They
expensive.
weren't cheap, people.
They were $59 back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
And so they're still $59,
Now.
except for WWE 2K14, the WrestleMania era
$150.
Tour Edition is $120.
Are you kidding me? Come on, people.
And people are paying that digital. There's no
Digitally.
forward compensation after that.
No,
Once
if your system dies, that's the end of it.
you paid $150 for a video game, and you don't even get to resell it back to GameStop when you're done
Nada.
to get a little portion of your money back because,
Nothing.
oh my goodness,
That's
everybody.
pretty insane. I mean, it's nuts.
$150 for a stupid video game, and then you could pay for more points in the game, so infinitely it could be worth a lot
To get
cost
more
you
money
a
to
lot
unlock.
more.
And you still got to unlock characters. You still got to get points. And they're still going to come out with some later DLC anyway. What's the point? Either way, they're going to make
Rip
you...
off.
Yeah. Yeah, rip off.
Anyways,
that's what we're talking about.
But we're talking about more than that. We're talking about the digital download
The
just
old school
robbing this generation of an experience.
Versus
Because it's straight
the
to
new school.
It's straight to it. You know,
Yeah.
no fun before, no charm, no like convincing you.
You don't get to see the physical art. You guys don't realize that you're missing out on the physical art of the copy, like the coloring, and they have stuff in the back of the video game that's going to make you very interested. You could read the back, look at the back. They might even give you hints. Before, they used to give you hints sometimes with the physical copy.
Yeah.
Sometimes they would even give you codes just for extra stuff for buying the physical copy. But now everyone's digital copies. So I don't know. Everybody out there, maniacs out there, what do you guys think? Do you think the physical copies are better or the digital downloads are better? I know it's a difference because you got to get your lazy butts up, go to the store, and grab it with your hands physically. Or do you want to stay home, freaking scratch your butts with your hands, and download it and still use the same amount of money?
No experience. You know, like with the cartridge, you do get an experience, you know?
Yeah.
You get like a little disc in your hands.
Yes, you do.
And like if you're a child, you're like, oh, whoa,
This is cool.
disc.
Yeah. You feel like a little technician.
And you
know?
got little hands too, so you feel like a little technician. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you plug it into the little chip, and so you're learning how to like what computers are. You know, you're learning something.
Yes.
And like you plug everything in, and you put it down, and then boom, you instantly play the game on Christmas morning, the day your dad bought you 5 different Nintendo Switch games. Boom, plug them out, push them back in, boom, back into, Super Smash to Mario Party, back to Odyssey, back to Princess Peach Showbiz.
Yes.
All within an hour of like just figuring out all the games. And then you got them forever. Like you could cherish them, put them on your wall, be like, my dad bought me these little stupid things of plastic, but look they got so many memories.
Yeah, all those memories of greatness, opening them. Just like Gunner said, it's a whole different experience.
Yeah.
Just like
it's an experience.
It'll be
exactly.
like if somebody pours beer into your mouth and all you do is open your mouth. Or pours whatever into your mouth, soda, water, coffee, whatever. Wouldn't you rather just hold the cup yourself and experience
good metaphor.
Experience that you pouring it into your mouth and feeling how good it goes down into your
Lenny's
stomach
right now are like,
instead of
I would definitely love for someone to pour coffee in my mouth.
See, because they could give you too little or too much, but you yourself will give yourself the perfect amount.
Yeah.
And see, so with the physical copy of the game, you'll get the perfect amount of happiness. And you'll know how it feels. You'll experience that feeling that your gamers before you, your parents or your grandparents or whoever before you experienced.
Yeah.
So that's what we're saying. Physical copies are amazing.
So what do you think, audience? Do you prefer the old school way of gaming where you get the cartridge and you get to plug it in?
Or do you prefer the way of you have to buy it online through your network and purchase it and just wait for a little bit longer It downloads slower.
Yeah, everybody, we're just saying, I believe that the digital downloads rob a person of their experience because it's just straight to the point, straight to your wallet, straight to give me your money. It's like no charm, no persuasion, just nothing, just straight to the video game. And then it's a dud game, and then you need to play another one. And so, it's just this infinite cycle of
the whole purchasing
chaos.
And getting it yourself just feels a lot better. And pushing it in and just doing the work yourself
And
feels a
having
lot
it.
better. Having it, yeah. Everything.
It sucks.
The
but
only
still,
thing-
you put it on your wall. You're honored by a physical thing.
Physical presence of it.
I say we
'Cause you
get
get
back
it.
to it. We should make cartridges. PlayStation 6 should have cartridges.
They should. They
They're not
should.
gonna do it.
They're gonna have, might have discs, but
Just for novelty's sake. Just for novelty, man.
just for novelty. And you know how fast they can make these things run in a higher speed? They should make the cartridges actually run in a higher speed since everybody's doing physical now. I mean, not physical. Everybody's doing the what's called purchase online now. That they should make the physical copies run a little faster and better. That would probably bring in the new audience to physical. And it's because you're right. They're robbing the experience. And
They
that's
are.
the main part is robbing the experience
Because
from
look,
these new children and the new Lennies.
It's Christmas morning. Your dad's like, "Hey, I'll pay for 5 games for you to have," and you're like, "All right, I'm gonna get Ghost Recon, The Witcher, Grand Theft Auto 5, and whatever.
Yeah.
35 gig games.
The Legend of Link.
You know how long it takes for a 35 gig game to download and be ready to
Oh,
play?
you're not
on
playing
your
it till
system? You're not playing it till the next.
till next week.
Yeah. And then you got to
It's gonna-
download 5 of them.
Oh, forget
The
it.
Witcher,
Next month,
NBA 2K.
next year.
Exactly. And so
With the
Christmas
DLC,
morning,
with the 28 gigabyte DLC as well, forget
so
it.
Christmas morning, your dad's like, "Here's a couple gift cards. You go on your PlayStation and buy yourself a few games," and it's like a $200 gift
I'm
card.
gonna drink some Haggis eggnog and knock out while you play your games.
It's like you
Good
take
night, son.
your $200 gift card, and you could either buy 4 games or you could buy one WWE 2K24. But you decided that you'll get 4 games instead, 4 of which were on sale.
Which is cooler, but still.
Call of Duty, The Witcher 3, and NBA
Some
2K.
old school, yeah. 2K23.
And so you
Yep.
start downloading. You're like, I'm gonna download NBA 2K first. NBA 2K. Boom.
I agree.
Guess what?
It is
You
NBA.
ain't playing that game until this evening, till Christmas evening.
Yeah, well, New Year's Eve probably.
Only,
So just get ready
only your
for that.
children, and you don't have any patience. So then you go outside, get on your bike. It's done downloading. Forget it. I don't even want to be a gamer
You crash
anymore.
your brand new bike into the curb, and then you trashed your bike. So now you're negative money in presents, and it was all because you had to download this stupid game that took too long.
Yeah.
If you would have put the cartridge in, guess what? You wouldn't have waited any time. No time. Maybe
been playing
25 minutes just to download the DLC. But if there is no DLC, it's a straight game, then
And doesn't it seem
put it in
more
and play.
like, "Hey, son, I got you 5 of these." Boom, and you bust out 5 cartridges of Nintendo Switch games.
Yeah.
And you're like, "Whoa, Dad, you can't even hold those in
You're
your
pretty
hands."
awesome. Yeah, they'll be like, you're pretty awesome.
And he's
I
like,
can't even hold them. Yeah, I got to hold 2 hands. 2 hands full of games.
"This one is Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom," and you're like, "Dude, Dad!"
Game of the Year edition.
Game of the Year edition, which
There you
will
go.
only cost you $100.
Still worth it.
Still, you got the cartridge if you want to sell it later for at least $25, or if you want to sell it in 25 years later for $1 million.
And it's strange to me now. Another thing that's happening is there are collectors out there who are collecting all these old school
As
physical
well they
copies
should.
of old school games because they know what's happening. The physical copy era could be dying.
You should do it
unless
too.
it picks up. Unless it picks up.
And you should download video games only if they're cheap, and you should
Yeah.
purchase cartridge video games if you like the franchise, and you should get yourself into it.
Get
because
into it.
We're about to be into it. And man, maybe we should do that, what you were just talking about. And become better gamers for ourselves, you know?
We should. Yeah, we will.
We should.
We actually will become the greatest gamers that we know that we are.
All right, everybody. That's the end of the show. We
That
got to
is
go.
it. Yeah, it is time.
We got to go. You got to go.
I gotta go.
I got to
It's
go.
time. Yeah, everybody's
It's
gotta
time.
go.
Everybody's got to go. Everybody. Producers, you got to go? Shut the hell up. Hey.
Hey.
Marcus.
Relax.
It's Marcus.
Yeah.
Marky and Frankie are producers.
He's always tripping.
Raiders,
All right. Yeah.
They're
All
not
right.
gonna
I
do that.
agree. Okay. Lucky suckers. well. You ain't getting paid overtime, man.
Hey, we're not getting paid at all for this show. It's free. The free podcast, everybody. It's America's favorite podcast. Coming at you on a Monday morning. We're here for you. Guess what? It's the best part of the show.
The best part of the show. Oh, wait, Gunnar, are you talking about the greatest part of the show?
The greatest part of the show.
The one that we love to call?
Were you talking about the greatest part of the show?
I was talking about
the greatest part of the show.
All right, let's do
we
it.
were both talking about the greatest part of the show?
Yeah, the best part.
The best part of the show.
That we love to call.
The...
Basketball world is unraveling as we speak, and the Lakers did make it, and the Clippers did make it. Lakers number 8, I don't know, Clippers are number 3 or 2, but they are kicking butt. Lakers play on Tuesday. Lakers versus Pelicans. Let's go, Lakers! They gotta make this number 7 seed, and the MLB. Otani is not guilty. I said not guilty. Otani exists. He's still gonna do good. The Raiders are doing good too. But the Dodgers are going to go to the World Series. Mark my words, everybody. I believe that's how good they are. It's very early in the season. It's not even halfway point yet. But the Dodgers are doing good. Angels are still plummeting. They're trying to find their way. They'll find a purpose and they'll find where they gotta go. NCAA men's basketball. Congratulations to UConn. UConn is the champions because they did beat Purdue in the final. I forget the score, but they kicked their butts. It was an ass kicking.
Yeah.
And so what's going on in the world of entertainment and WWE?
Well, WrestleMania is done, and Roman Reigns has lost his title, and Cody Rhodes is now the new title holder.
Cody Rhodes.
And The Rock got chokeslammed by The Undertaker, which makes us think that we're going to get the old Rock versus the old Undertaker in one farewell match this year.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm all for it.
Everybody's for it. I hope so, Gunnar. I hope it goes down.
In AEW,
we will be there live.
AEW is getting desperate, so they're getting violent. We've seen Samoa Joe kick around some other dude, and Edge is now named Adam Copeland, and he was kicking around Penta. I don't know.
And one more thing I forgot to mention is
the
USFL and the XFL merge is going well, everybody. We're in, I believe, week 3 or 4. I'll keep you updated with the stats and who's winning and who's on top of their games. But yes, the XFL and USFL merge has begun. The first inaugural year is underway.
Yes, everybody, the Wolverine and Deadpool game, the Deadpool movie are about to come out. They're coming out soon. Also,
Fallout the series is
coming out.
Fallout the
series is out. You can go ahead and stream it on
check it out.
Hulu or wherever station it's on. Go ahead and check that one out. I think it sucks, but it's about the video games.
Yeah,
so
video games.
Video games are cool, everybody.
Video games
We're
are cool.
into it. You're into it.
We all can dig it.
Also, everybody, LeBron James is racist.
LeBron James.
He's saying racist stuff about white people once again.
Well,
you hear him saying that one more time? Tell him to shut his big, rich self up. Because he's got way too much money
go chew
to
on
be
some
talking
dollars
about people who got money.
Chew on dollars like tobacco.
Go chew on some dollars. Everybody, Ringo is set to schedule to play this
Ringo!
year.
Did you say Ringo?
At the Greek Theater, yep. And we also got Tech 9 playing for 420. 420 is coming up.
420 this weekend.
This weekend, everybody.
This
Saturday, go ahead and get your deals before it's all up.
And however you celebrate.
Play some video games.
Lots of them.
Everybody, we're going to be reviewing video games all month long.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to be telling you the scoop on what's really going down when everybody else is just paying attention to what's cool and what's popular to say. No, we're going to be telling you what is truly going down without any hatred. We're not trying to put any games down. We're developers.
It's
like
just
it or not, worked hard to make these games.
And even if you take it as hatred, it's all opinion.
All superficial.
So whatever you guys think is the hatred, you could think that, but it's all in our opinions.
Yes.
You feel how you feel, and it doesn't make us try to convince you the way we feel. We're just giving you our greatest opinion and the greatest minds
and
the
fun.
Greatest show in the universe.
Yeah,
and
well, I mean,
America's
no other
favorite
show is better.
podcast.
I wouldn't say it's the greatest. I mean, I wouldn't say it's better than anyone else. I'd just say that no one is greater than this show. No other podcast is better than this show. No other TV sitcom is better than this show.
And that's why we're labeled America's favorite podcast.
We are your cup of coffee on a Monday morning. Besides, who else plays the Beatles, the Hollies, the Rolling Stones,
For free.
Jerry and the Pacemakers, the Zombies,
The Zombies.
the Searchers. You know, the list
Bitch
goes
Boys.
on. Linda Ronstadt, Cher.
Shakira.
we played Shakira before?
I want
Well,
to see
we
her.
can. We will for now
I want
on.
to shake her, Shakira.
Audience out there, if you want us to play Shakira, then why don't you go ahead and send us a
The polls
message.
will be in next week.
Everybody, it's the Runner and Gunner Video Game Podcast. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram. Send us messages. Also,
We will respond to all your messages.
what do you think? Do you think that the old ways of gaming with cartridges
Old
is better?
classic ways versus
You think it
the
produces
new,
more of an experience? What do you like? What do
are
you like
the new
better? The
digital
old ways
download,
of gaming, the classic
which
ways of gaming?
is cartridges and discs, or versus the new ways of gaming, which is digital downloads.
Yep. So audience out there, tell us what you think. What do you like better? Classic
What is
gaming?
your preference?
Classic gaming or the new way, the way of now?
But think deeply about it and then give us your answer. We will respond back and we will let you guys know in the polls who wins.
I love you, Lenny's.
We
Jesus
love the
Christ,
Lenny's.
God bless you under Jesus Christ's name. Bless you, Lenny's. I want
Bless
you to be
all
happy.
the Lenny's out
I want
there.
you to say happy things to each other. I want you to be blessed. I want your hearts to be merry. I want your blood to be flowing. I want your lungs to be clean. I want your kidneys to be good. I want your mind to think right. I want nothing but blessings for you, Lenny's and ladies and gentlemen, and anyone else who's listening to the show.
Especially the maniacs out there. We give you guys a super special shout out. Our
Especially the
maniacs,
maniacs.
you guys are the greatest. We will keep on going and striving for you guys. We know you guys kick butt. We know what you guys are all about. Just dopeness and greatness and evolving and becoming greater in life. So, to our maniacs, special shout out. Lenny's, we love you. Ladies, we love you. What's up, maniacs?
Everybody, this part is especially for the maniacs. Listen up, maniacs. We're doing a brand new show. We're doing things that aren't done anywhere else except for here, where you're listening to them on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts or anywhere else you can listen to a podcast. Go ahead and search it on the internet. Go ahead and follow the Instagram. Go ahead and become part of the community because we share your values and we are Americans.
That's
and we're
right,
taking
brothers.
back our country, brothers. And let me tell you, you maniacs out there, you want to be as maniacal as the Runner and Gunner Video Game Podcast? Well, then you got yourself a good deal, brother. Maniacs.
And that's
Listen
for
up.
all our maniacs.
That's for
and
all our maniacs
And
out
everybody
there.
else out there, we want you to know that if you can have a great
Great
Monday,
Monday,
then
then
you can have a great life. Bonus Runner and Gunner coverage.
Out of the ordinary. The out of the ordinary.
Gunner segment. All right, here we go. So it goes.
It goes like this.
One day,
There was an eclipse.
there was a big, huge eclipse. where
Bigger
the
than
sun
OJ's forehead.
covered the moon, and OJ's head covered the sun.
And OJ died.
On the same day,
The eclipse happened.
out of the ordinary.
Out of the ordinary.
Is it
Or
Just
isn't it?
normal?
Just
or
normal?
is it out of the ordinary?
Or is it out of the ordinary?